Today on Judge Faith, a tenant claims her landlord is forcing her out by refusing to fix major problems with her mobile home.
It's my belief that this is the retaliation eviction because I insisted for her to make the repairs.
She has been advised by her buddies that live in my community to become a squatter.
When I had first contacted her about all the damages in the home, she did not believe me. She had a licensed realtor come, and this is the realtor's report.
Your Honor, I have owned property for over 25 years. She has just come up with these complaints since I gave her a notice to move so that I can move back in.
If you've been having problems since 2011, why are you still living there 5 years later?
Faith Jenkins. Her distinguished legal career began when she graduated first in her law school class. She quickly became a tough New York City prosecutor and then a preeminent legal analyst on cable news. And now she's the judge in her own courtroom. Her cases are real and her rulings are final. She is Judge Faith. Plaintiff Robin Rocknapore says the defendant hit her with a notice to vacate when she refused to pay rent until the repairs she requested were made. She's suing for back rent and related fees. Defendant Janie Harris says she doesn't owe because Robin is refusing to pay rent out of retaliation and is living in her house as a squatter. She's countersuing for unpaid rent and related fees.
All rise. Court is in session. The Honorable Judge Faith Jenkins presiding. Please be seated. Your Honor, the litigants have been sworn in. This is the case of Rocknapore versus Harris.
Thank you, Juan. Robin Rocknapore?
Yes, Your Honor.
You are suing the defendant, Janie Harris?
Yes.
For $5,925 for back rent and related fees?
Yes, Your
And
Honor.
you're countersuing, ma'am, for $6,680 for unpaid rent and related fees?
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Rocknapore, as I understand it, you are a current tenant.
Correct, Your Honor.
Living in a home that you own.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and how long have you lived there?
I found the place July 4th of 2011.
So you've been living there for a while, 5 years?
Yeah, almost exactly 5 years.
Are you currently on a lease or is it month to month?
When I found the property, we entered into a 2-year lease option, and when that expired, it rolled over to a month to month.
Okay, so you have been month to month for the last 3 years. Now there's a dispute. You want rent that you have paid.
Correct, Your Honor.
Since you've lived there to be reimbursed to you.
Yes, that's correct.
And you are suing because you said that she stopped paying rent a couple of months ago.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so tell me what's going on, Ms. Rocknapore. Why are you asking for a reimbursement for rent you paid? How much do you pay a month?
It started off in the original lease as $1,850.
The last time you paid rent, how much did you pay?
June the 1st, and I paid $1,915.
Okay, and who lives in the home with you?
Myself, my minor daughter, she's 17, and my son had major surgery, so he's in and out, kind of recuperating with me.
Okay, and you stopped paying in June. What was the reason?
Well, I paid her in June. Actually, what happened back in April, I smelled a gas leak. The gas company came out. They red tagged the furnace. I immediately called Ms. Harris. I was very upset. Not only were these repairs needed, but the gas company said there was a hole in the furnace and we'd been breathing carbon monoxide for 5 years.
Okay.
When I spoke to her, I called her. She had no concern. She became irate. She kept asking me, who called the gas company? What's the charges to fix it?
Was it fixed?
No, it was not fixed. It is currently still red tagged, not working by the gas company. I've had no air conditioning the entire summer. I have had no heating since April.
No heat since April?
No heat since April the 6th. It's been completely shut off by the gas company.
What is happening? Why haven't the repairs been made? If they have not been made, what's happening?
Your Honor, I have owned property for over 25 years. Whenever my tenants ask for some work, I send someone out to do it, which is why she has been there for 5 years.
And you say no repairs have been made?
She attempted to fix 2 out of the 3 showers.
Shower?
Yes, at one point we had 3 showers in the home. None of them were working.
And when was that, ma'am?
That's been ongoing. When I first originally moved in.
And since 2011?
In 2011, when I moved in, my master bathroom had showers from the very beginning. I would call her. She would send a random handyman, not licensed, not bonded, insured.
If you've been having problems since 2011, why are you still living there 5 years later? You say you've had issues since 2011.
They were minor issues.
Ma'am,
yes.
You just said that the showers weren't working, and now there's a major issue with the furnace and the heat and the AC. Why are you still there?
Coming up, the condition of the mobile home is disputed.
She has been planning and plotting all along so that I can go into the hole and she can take over my place.
I'm not the one who hasn't made the repairs. She hasn't. I have a realtor's report. It's barely worth $40,000.
Why do you want to buy a place that's uninhabitable, as you
so
just
I can
described?
fix it up. My daughter can stay in the school district.
Hi, I'm Judge Faith. Follow me on Snapchat, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Plaintiff Robin Rocknapor says Jamie's mobile home is uninhabitable. She's suing for back rent and related fees. Defendant Janie Harris says she doesn't know because Robin is living in her home as a squatter. She's countersuing for unpaid rent and related fees.
Why are you still there?
Well, in the beginning, they were very, very minor issues. It was just my master bathroom shower. She would send a repairman. It would work for maybe 9 months.
Okay, and this was back in April?
This was in April. I contacted her to make the repairs. She tried to schedule 2 repairmen. They didn't work out. They were non-licensed. One of them wouldn't even tell me the company he worked for. They had no insurance. I'm a single mom. I didn't feel comfortable having some random man come to my home. He couldn't show me a business card.
You
I don't
asked
know.
for repairs to be made,
right?
And someone shows up to the home to make repairs. Who do you think they are?
Nobody ever showed up. That's the problem.
You said someone came to your home.
No,
and
we tried to arrange a repairman over the phone.
And so you didn't like the way they sounded over the phone? You didn't like the credentials?
No, it wasn't how they
trying to
sounded.
understand.
He sounded very unprofessional. He wouldn't tell me who he was working for. He said he was doing the job on the side. I said, okay.
What do you suspect that they're wanting to do besides make repairs?
Well, my concern was that they were shoddy handymen. Again, I'd be in the situation where they wouldn't fix it properly because they don't know how to. And in 6 months, again, it would break.
She has just come up with these complaints since I gave her a notice to move so that I can move back in, so that I could be 20 minutes from my job that I got assigned to in April.
When did you give a notice to vacate? You gave her an eviction notice?
June 1st. I gave her an eviction notice June 1st for her to move.
Okay, and was that 30 days or 60 days notice?
60-day notice.
Okay, well, repairs aside now, it's been over 60 days. Why are you still there?
Why am I still there?
Yeah, you got a notice to vacate. And according to you, you don't like living there. There are a lot of problems. And so why haven't you left?
It's my belief that she this is the retaliation eviction because I insisted for her to make the repairs. I consulted with the housing rights. They stated it's an illegal eviction. I asked her to make the repairs first. She didn't want to pay for the repairs, so then she gave me 60 notice
So
afterwards.
someone gave you a letter that said this is an illegal eviction?
I spoke to the housing rights agency.
So you don't have any proof that someone told you that? You're just telling me that in
No, I have
court.
the letter. It's in my evidence.
So you have a letter from the
Yes.
housing authority. This is an illegal eviction.
Correct.
May I see that letter? And is that true? That the housing authority told you it was an illegal eviction?
It's not an illegal eviction. What she did was she went to her doctor and had her doctor sign a note saying that this was too stressful and causing her too much anxiety to move. She needed more time, and that she needed 6 months.
So you went to a doctor, ma'am?
I'm being seen by a medical professional, yeah.
And the medical professional said that you needed more time to move.
Right.
6 months.
The 60-day notice has exacerbated my condition. I'm under his care.
And what condition is that?
I have rheumatoid arthritis and fibromyalgia.
And the stress of you having to move.
Oh, yeah.
Because you say the place is uninhabitable.
Well,
that's what you said in your statement to the court.
Absolutely.
Okay, you either like the place and you want to live there,
I love
or you
the
don't.
place. I want to buy
Which
the
one
place.
is it?
I love the place. I want to buy the place. I want to fix it. It's in the perfect area. I'm a part of the community. I'm not the one who hasn't made the repairs. She hasn't. I have a realtor's report. It's barely worth $40,000.
Why do you want to buy a place that's uninhabitable, as you
so
just
I can
described?
fix it up. My daughter can stay in the school
Why?
district.
Why? What's
Because
the
I love
reason?
the community. It's an amazing place to live.
But it's not inhabitable, according to you.
But I would fix it up before. I mean, it's right away. I would make the repairs. 2 of my remedies for doing this, I had the option of either withholding the rent and paying for repairs and then showing her the receipts.
So why haven't you done that?
The repairs beyond exceed any rent at all. There's mold, there's black mold.
But the repairmen have called and they've tried to come.
No, the repairmen showed up.
But you're suspicious of them.
No, she
they
said
won't tell you who
2
they work for.
repairmen. One inspected the heating and air conditioning. One inspected the plumbing. They told her that it would not be covered under the home warranty system, and she sent them away.
You told me before they never showed up. So you're telling me 2 showed up?
Yes, there was the random handyman who refused to give me the information of who he worked for. We never had an appointment set. No, we never had an appointment set up.
Man, what do you have to say about this, Ms. Harris?
She has been advised by her buddies that live in my community to become a squatter. And she told me that over the phone when I told her that I was going to put her out. that she needed to move so I could live in my place, that they told her to become a squatter so that she could stay in the home. And so my theory is that she has been planning and plotting all along for me to have to pay $1,700 a month rent so she doesn't pay her rent, so that I can go into the hole and she can take over my place.
She told you that she planned on becoming a squatter?
She told me she planned on becoming a squatter.
She used that term.
Absolutely.
Is that true?
That's not even in my vocabulary.
You never
in fact,
mentioned
I
that.
have the rent.
May I see the letter from the Housing Authority?
I believe it's in the package I submitted.
And from your doctor. I want to see those two pieces of evidence.
Here's the paperwork from the doctor with my chest x-ray. I've had double pneumonia.
Ma'am, I want to see the letter from your doctor.
That's
and
it right
I want
there.
to see the letter from the Housing Authority. I want to ask you, what has been the issue with the repair individuals that you've sent over to the home?
As soon as she told me she had a problem with her air conditioning and heating, I had a Latino man contact her to fix the property. And she sent that man all sorts of texts threatening to contact his supervisor, that he could not come, and that she didn't want him at his house and she was going to have him fired from his job. So he came and showed me those texts, and he says, you know, I can go, but, you know, I'm kind of uncomfortable with her having that kind of attitude. I sent another guy out. She says, well, I'm not available for him. I'm not available. You have to reschedule. I said, I need a window of when I can come. First she said 9 to 12, and I'm only going to be available till 12.
Do you work?
I'm disabled, yes.
So you're home all the time?
No, I know that.
Why is it so difficult to schedule people to come to this house to make
working with their
repairs?
schedules. They want to show up at 7 o'clock at night.
Well,
I'm not able to do that.
7 o'clock at night? So someone called you and wanted to come at 7 o'clock at night?
Yeah, one
What
guy-
about the 9 to 12 window?
Actually, it was a 12 to 4 window. She said she needed 2.5 hours to make the repairs and have the inspection.
What's wrong with that?
By 1:15, she hadn't shown up.
That didn't work for you either?
Coming up on Judge Fade, the ladies take their drama to the next level.
But if we're minorities that are coming to fix it, oh no, they slurred, they don't sound right.
She sent them home without making the repairs.
At what point you're telling me this place is horrible? The next sentence, 2 minutes later, you're telling me, I love this home, I want to buy it, I want to live there forever.
Plaintiff Robin Rocknapor says she is refusing to pay rent until repairs have been made. She's suing for back rent and related fees. Defendant Janie Harris says she doesn't owe because Robin is living in her home as a squatter. She's countersuing for unpaid rent and related fees.
I want to see the text message where you canceled the appointment, because I'll tell you what's bothering me about this case. You know, I'm wondering if there's some real credibility to this squatter theory that's going on here.
Absolutely not. I actually
well, because, ma'am, at what point you're telling me this place is horrible, it's uninhabitable, it's not safe for me to be there. The next sentence, 2 minutes later, you're telling me, I love this home, I want to buy it, I want to live there forever.
It's the community that I love, not the home itself.
After 5 years of living there. And
Correct.
then you're telling me you're going to stay in the home, according to you, you're going to stay in the place until the repairs are made. Clearly there's an issue and repairs need to be made, but you're suspicious of them when they call.
She's racist. They're black or Latino or Chinese, and she's happy when the white or Russian people come to fix her place. But if we're minorities that are coming to fix it, oh no, they slurred, they don't sound right. I've never heard anybody so unprofessional. Oh no, you know, I don't trust them. And when the other guy comes, oh, I need a license. I need to see your license before you come in my house and your insurance. And it's not even your property. How can she even think that she has that right to request that? And 90% of the time, I have been with the contractors when they come out.
I'm sure your employer would like to know you're taking jobs on the side. What is that about?
He refused to tell me who he worked for. He refused to give me his last name.
He worked for me.
He was extremely rude on my end. You don't see the text
So
messages
you write to
he sent
him
me.
to give him the name. You want the name of the company he works for so you can call
Absolutely.
them.
When a repairman comes out. No, I don't want it for those purposes. I wanted to know who he worked for.
And he said, talk to Ms. Harris, and you said, I'm sure your employer would like to know you're taking jobs on the side.
Absolutely. If he's coming to me and he's telling me he's not going to tell me who he's working for, he refuses to give me his last name, he's doing this on the sly. I mean, I need some proof who he
sorry,
works for.
how do you know this, and why do you care if someone's showing up to fix the furnace?
Oh, because I live there and I would like some heat. When she finally did send the people at the end of July, she sent them home without making the repairs.
Your Honor, she's really trying. She's actually sent me a lowball offer this weekend to try and buy my place.
She offered to buy the place?
People are calling me saying, oh, you know, we'd like to make an offer on your place. I said, how do you even know that my place is for sale? There's no sign up there. There's no, well, we know that, you know, someone there is renting and they're going to, you know, we're trying to help them out. She is trying to buy my property and for $50,000, which is an insulting price. Nothing is under $118,000.
Who contacted you about buying the home?
A real estate agent.
Do you know anything about this?
It's a realtor who lives in our community. Janie contacted me, told me to allow the realtor to come in the home and inspect the home. This is her inspection report saying the house at foreclosure is worth $35,000. At best, it's worth $40,000 to $45,000.
How are you letting a realtor inspect
She asked me
someone
to.
else's home?
Oh, it was her idea. She called me and told me to let the realtor come in back in May. When I had first contacted her about all the damages in the home, she did not believe me. She had a licensed realtor come, and this is the realtor's report.
That was way back in April, just to see what the value of my property was.
Okay, so what this letter states is, it's not stating it's an illegal eviction. What it does state, basically you went to the housing authority. You made a complaint and you told them that your son is currently recovering from surgery. He's been bedridden and in need of 24-hour care, and that you also suffer from physical disability, and it's making it difficult to comply with the 60-day notice to vacate. You also gave them a doctor's note, and the doctor's note said that the short notice to vacate is impairing and interfering with your care and causing you stress and anxiety. So what they did is they sent this letter, and they requested that Ms. Harris reasonably accommodate you due to these conditions and your son's disabilities by giving you a 6-month extension to vacate.
Correct.
That's where the 6-month extension came in. They encouraged her to adopt the easiest solution, which was this 6-month extension. At no point did they say, you are excused from paying rent during the 6 months, ma'am. This is just a 6-month extension for you to live there. You are not excused from your duties and responsibilities as a tenant to pay rent.
Absolutely.
You are not excused from your duties and responsibilities because you have a place to live. Don't say absolutely because you haven't paid anything.
Coming up, Judge Faith rules. And now, Judge Faith rules.
You told the court that your son was in and out of the home recuperating. You said he was in and out. Your daughter lived there, but he's in and out of the home recuperating. According to what you told Housing Authority, he is bedridden.
He is.
You want to stay there for 6 months? Great. You're going to pay for the 6 months. You're going to pay 6 months of rent, and then you're out. When did she stop paying rent, ma'am?
July 1st.
I'm going to order 3 months of rent. July, August, September. The maximum I can order is $5,000.
Yes, ma'am. And
the 3 months of rent is over the $5,000 limit. But based on the testimony I've heard today, I'm going to order the plaintiff to pay the $5,000 in rent. And you are on your own in terms of the going to landlord-tenant court, getting the plaintiff out of the home. And if I were you, I would make that my #1 priority to get the plaintiff out of your home because she doesn't want to go. She has no plans on going anywhere, and she doesn't want those repairs made.
I absolutely do, Your
No,
Honor.
you don't.
I disagree. I'm sorry.
She doesn't.
$5,000 judgment for the defendant.
Thank you. I will fight it. I've hired an eviction attorney, and I'm going all the way with it.
Oh, I'm going to my attorney, and I'm going to have a unlawful detainer filed against Robin. She doesn't want to move, I know, but she got to go. It's my house.
If you or someone you know has a dispute, don't take the law into your own hands. Let Judge Faith rule on it for you. To submit your case, go to judgefaith.com and tell us your story. See you in court.